Looks like we got everything working again, right? So hopefully we're doing pretty good on these movies. We're going to talk about another old one. I don't have too many new ones lined up in the seas, so we'll just get through them real quick, and hopefully you like some of the commentary we're talking about. We're talking about Con Air. The movie came out in 1997. It's an action thriller film. It's about Nicolas Cage is the main star in this one, and they take him and he's in prison, getting out because at the beginning of the movie he beats up a civilian because he just got out of the army because he was insulting his girlfriend. I think most guys would do that, and it could happen to anybody, killing somebody just because they were stupid, defending yourself. But being military trained, they didn't like that he killed a guy, so they put him in prison for I think it was 4 years or 10 years, something like that. So he did his time, and then they show him in the prison communicating back and forth with his wife through letters and his daughter that was born before he got out of prison. So his whole mission is to get home to the daughter. And then they show him leaving the prison, and he gets hitches a ride on what's called Con Air, Con Air, an aeroplane run by the federal prison to get him home. He didn't care. He was in shackles, and normally they probably wouldn't do this, but it made a good movie. Then they flew, and during the flight, the convicts take over the plane, and then it gets all kinds of funny. Interesting and get your attention because it starts off kind of boring. Doesn't really seem too interesting, but it does start off kind of boring. So this is what they do. They fight and they get the thing. One of the prison inmates gets set on fire while they're in there. Turns out to be a pretty good movie, and then. Nicolas Cage's character, I don't remember what they called him, but they went ahead and destroyed, or he was protecting a woman from Johnny 25 or 23, a guy that was there arrested because he was a rapist, and you got all kinds of crazy stars. There's a lot of stars, big name stars in this movie, and a couple of up and comings that were turning out to be big name stars. Oh, my throat's got frogs. Hang on, let's fix it. Coffee works. So anyway, they go land at Lerner Airfield, and then one of the convicts that financed it, Nicolas Cage runs around looking for a needle for the guy that was next to him that was having insulin issues. The insulin was there, but they didn't have a needle to administer it because the convicts destroyed the needle and the first aid kit. So then they got a point where Johnny 23 decides to try to rape the prison guard, the woman. Shouldn't have women in places like that anyway, but they do. I can't say too much about that here. We can do that on a different channel. So Nicolas Cage goes and stops him, or his character does, and then the guy that's running the show agrees with him. I don't know why he would agree with him, but they ask why he doesn't care, and because he has to explain what's going on and how that. And then Cameron Poe, that's the guy's name. Nicolas Cage plays Cameron Poe. I got it in my notes further down. I should have put that up top. Oh well, I'm not very good at this anyway. Never said I was. Anyway, so they keep going, and throughout the whole flight they're arguing, they're dancing. They got a transgender criminal that one of the stops she goes and finds her address, and they blow up Lerner Airfield, and then they get off of that with the plane after it's been hijacked and all that fun stuff. And the other plane they were supposed to have, the private jet, they were supposed to have to get away and leave the big jet, the convict jet there. And they destroyed a Corvette, a 1965 Corvette. Hopefully it was a mock-up, not the real thing. But they did that. And then they had a bunch of guards get off the plane, kicked off the plane at one of the airfields, and the plane they take the transponder out of the plane and put it in another commercial tourist plane for the Grand Canyon, and they get to meet a whole bunch of attack helicopters because he was going to blow it out of the sky. And oh boy, that was an interesting, tense moment, a good twist and turn there. Then it turns out pretty good, and at the end they crash land the plane in Las Vegas. I bet they had to pay a lot of money if they did that for real, crashing the plane on the Las Vegas Strip. I kind of don't think they really did crash a plane on the Las Vegas Strip. Then the action begins, because the guy that was running the whole show tells him that he's going to go kill his wife and daughter, and the last thing that she's going to see or smell is his stinking breath. So Cameron Poe decides to run over and help the police, because they told him he was a free man on the ground in Las Vegas after they parked a plane on a Corvette at the what do you want to call it, valet parking area, which was kind of funny in the way that all that came down. And then I'm trying to think because I'm running out of notes now, but there's more I want to tell you. Cameron Poe chases the bad guy in a fire truck because he steals a fire truck thinking he's going to get away. And he ends up fighting. They flood the cab full of water. Cameron Poe gets the bad guy up on the ladder and cranks it up. They run him into a bridge. I didn't mean to do that, but I hit the table and that noisy thing just turned on. So I guess I'll get some noise out of that. I'll save my noise toys for the next video, but I have them hooked up so I can just, when I get this done, I can work on the videos for the other channel. But you know how it goes. It just didn't work out that way. Anyway, so they chase him in a fire truck, and he ends up going through a walkover with the ladder up too high. And then check that out later. I got messages all over the damn place. My phone's going nuts. People want to talk to me, which is something we'll talk about on the other channel and why. But they ended up the movie with Cameron Poe or Nicolas Cage killing a bad guy and then meeting his daughter with a dirty bunny rabbit, because he bought the bunny rabbit at the prison. And, it turned out to be a funny thing. A fun, good movie. And this movie, has lots of action in it, so they call it an action thriller. I call it an adventure film, too. Where's my notes on that? See description. Yeah, action thriller film. I call it an adventure film, too, because there's some adventures going on in there, and, it's not like you're going adventure hiking, but it's still an adventure. Damn phone's still going off. I don't know if you can hear it or not, but just in case. Somebody's texting all over the place, and today I feel like I'm chatty, so this might be fun. That might be a good day. I might be feeling better. So this thing was distributed by Bella Vista Pictures, Touchstone Pictures, and Jerry Bruckheimer Films was all involved. It came out on June 6, 1997. Still a good movie. It ran 115 minutes. It's United States English. They spent $75 million to make this thing. They probably had to rent the airfields and all that stuff. Because I didn't see too many special effects, but there was a lot of explosions and stuff like that in there. Then at the box office, this thing made 224 million at the box office, so it did a pretty good job. So more than just me liked it. I love those films. Well, I'm the only one that seems like I'm the only one that likes it and owns it. But I've got a whole wall of photos or videos over here, and one of these days I'll show you the whole wall of videos once I get them all spread out. Right now they're double stacked, triple stacked on the shelf, and it's hard to find the DVD when you want it. But, it works. Anyway, so we'll talk to you on the next one. Take care, be safe, and we'll see you there.